All right, so today is Saturday, June 27th, and here's what I got done this week. I actually came in today specifically to finish up the rest of my VPX wiring, but Murphy's Law took over and I ran out of the tape for my label maker, the heat shrink tape stuff. So, and actually on the other side, there's D-sub connectors, and one of them was sent with M3 screws instead of the 440 jack screws. So had to order some more of those too. So anyway, I didn't quite get through the VPX, but it is coming along really nicely. Man, it looks like a wild rat's nest here. But I got the J10 connector is done. Everything's hooked up, routed to kind of where it goes. I got all the grounds installed. They're paired up based on item. I don't think it really matters because it's all the same bus, but it's like the two screens, the two autopilot servos, and so on, so they can share lugs on the ground bar. I've run all my pitot static tubing up through the center. Man, to me it's looking beautiful, but looking at the camera here, it just looks like more chaos than before. So I had pulled out the whole sub panel. I got the riv nut here for this strap, and I put another one there so I can put the air tubing through one of them and the electrical through the other one. And I got the J8 connector done on the VPX, as well as the J2 D sub. It's all run, so basically that's for switch inputs. So those are ready to cut to length once I get everything done. It would have been done today, but like I said, ran out of stuff for the label maker and everything. Once I get everything done, then I'll put the top back on, put the let's see if I can get back further, put the I'll put the top skin back on, then the dash and the panel, and I can run all the wires to length for where they go on the actual panel. And once that's done, then all this mess of wires, everything's running nice and parallel and not tangled, but then it just needs to be clamped up along the way. And that'll be it. Then it's time to put the center console back into place. I'm really like this, and I really highly recommend this for anybody who's building. Don't mount your center seat rails. It just doesn't have to be done. Keep them mounted to your center console, and then the entire thing can be removed and put back as needed. And for me, it's really made it easier to get to the wires, to run everything, and then you can just Cleco it on really quick and, you know, test fit. And I've already done that with the headphone jacks and the brake line tubing and everything. So once I get this done early next week, hopefully Monday or Tuesday, I can get the label making stuff and the jack screws in, and it'll be good to go. Should get done in just a day or two, and I can finally actually install the center console, which then leads to the throttle quadrant, which then leads to everything else. So it looks like chaos, but it's right there. Also, I mean, just really quick, I got the rear headset jacks in place. I'm not sure if I'm going to want to take them out to put the upholstery on in here, so they're not pinned out. But once again, those pin outs are so quick and easy. It probably doesn't even take a full minute to get it done. So yeah, so another thing I got done is I recovered the center console with a different carbon fiber wrap, and I think that this one matches the real carbon fiber a lot better. One difference is, come on, gotta get the light to glare on it the right way. One difference is the weave in the real carbon fiber is a lot bigger than this, but man, you take a step back and they look almost identical. So if I have some time later on at the end of everything, once everything's just installed and ready to go, I'll probably spend some time and see if I can lay up an actual carbon fiber replacement there, which would be kind of cool and kind of fun, but I don't really have any time to spend on that right now. So I know everybody was mentioning that. So this is what I was talking about. Just so easy to just Cleco it on. It's just a couple Clecos, and anytime. So yeah, seat belts are ready to go. I've already pre-fitted those. Everything's fitting just fine. Yeah, so easy to just pull this whole assembly on or put the whole assembly on and pull it off. So, I mean, just some really quick, simple stuff. I wired up all of the switches that go directly to the VPX. The VPX switch is actually to ground. So anytime the switch is on, it just completes the circuit to ground, and that activates the unit through the VPX. So anything that goes to the VPX is all just linked together to a common ground. It should be fine. This wire is slightly larger gauge. They say 22 is fine, and this is 20 gauge. So there won't be an issue just sharing those, because that'd be a ton of grounds for no reason. Also, this is the master ground, so I kept that one separate. And yeah, the 2 fuel pumps and the battery backup and ECU backup, all of that stuff needs to get run with the panel and in place on the plane. So I think that's about it for this week. I was really pushing to get everything kind of hooked up and actually in place over here. It's going to take probably till the end of next week, but I do imagine by the end of next week I'll have everything hooked up well enough to turn it on. And so yeah, I think that's it. And as usual, I forgot a couple of things. One thing that I did was, and I don't know if this happens to everybody, but my throttle cable, the sheathing, I think I mentioned it in another video, was the perfect length. It goes exactly to where it needs to go through the fuselage or the firewall, and to the throttle, everything's perfect except for the cable inside of it that they gave me was about a foot shorter than the actual case. So I went on CPS, California Power Systems, which is the Rotax dealer for, I think, America. I mean, either way. And that cable for the Rotax engine, so it's exactly the same cable, it's the proper cable, is like 37 cents a foot. So I just ordered 10 feet of it for $3. And yeah, so if you have that problem, no need to fear. CPS sent it, and it was here like the next day after I ordered it. So yeah. All right, have a good weekend, everybody.